All right, I think we're finally up and running here, Lakeville North High School. Sorry we're late. Went for lunch. Apparently that was a bad idea. Early start here, Lakeville North High School. This is Eastridge versus Marshall. Spoladoro is going to look outside to Cam Greenwald off the block. Dug up nicely. Strong side attack coming. It's down to the floor. Marshall out front, 12-10 here, set number 1. Mesa Gillingham serving for Marshall. Crimmins goes down to get it. Spoladoro to McDougal. Covered, but not well enough to get it back. Point Marshall, 13-10 now. Marshall in front. Set number 1. Mesa Gillingham continues to serve. Crimmins is there. Spoladoro chases it down. McDougal, free ball over. Overpass, McDougal is there. It's dug up nicely. Strong side attack coming. It's good. That's Tessa Ganat. Gets a timeout from Eastridge, trailing 10-14 in set number 1. Raptors break the huddle, looking to change the momentum here in this match against Marshall. I don't know a lot about them, but they've made it to the championship bracket. And this is a 14 pool, playing for places 1 through 4. Looking to my left, I see Eden Prairie and Lakeville North, the other 2 teams. Spoladoro going to Greenwald. Greenwald down hard to the floor. Point Raptors, 11-14 now your score. Michaela McDougal's going to hustle back to serve. To our left, Eden Prairie 20, Lakeville North 19. We'll keep you updated there as well. McDougal floating for the back corner, just a bit long. 15-11 now, Marshall leading. Set number 1. This is Cassie Hoover serving for Marshall. McDougal is there. Spoladoro is going to go straight up for Greenwald. Leans into it. Nice dig there. They're going to roll shot over. McDougal's there, sends it back. Middle attack coming. McDougal there, up into the rafters, off the rafters. Crimmins plays it well. Carlson with the roll shot off the net cord and down. Definitely down. Point Raptors. 12-15 your score, set number 1. To our left, it's Eden Prairie maintaining a 1-point margin over Lakeville North, 21-20. Greenwald sends it in strong. Nice pass. Strong side attack coming. Don't think it came. And it's a point for the Raptors, 13-15 now the score. Greenwald continuing at the service line. puts it down the line, popped up nicely. Middle attack, tipped over, Spoladoro is there. McDougal's gonna set Carlson, she leans into it, pops it up. Gonna come back over from Marshall, Tau, Spoladoro. Greenwald in the back row, wide open. Diving attempt by libero Caitlin Christensen, but it's to the floor. Greenwald from the back row for the kill. Cam's going to serve now, 14-15 down the line. Christensen is there. Strong side attack coming down the line. It's good. Leah Jones from the left side for Marshall scores down the line. 14-16 now the score. To our left, it's Eden Prairie 22, Lakeville North 20. McDougal, Spoladoro, she's going to run the slide to Mattis, off the block and out of play. Point to the Raptors, 15-16 your score. I'm not confident in my roster anymore because number 13 served. I don't have a number 13 on my roster, so I'm going to go with names, and I'll apologize in advance if they're inaccurate. Spoladoro's going to serve for the Raptors, 15-16, right down the middle. That's Christensen. Strong side attack coming. Jones, Crimmins is there. Spoladoro is going to go to Carlson. Her big time swing goes into the deep 6 for the kill, and we're knotted up at 16. Raptors battling back after trailing early. Spoladoro serves 16-16. She goes down the line. Popped up. Right side attack coming. Spoladoro in the middle to Mattis. Finds the floor. Point. Raptors 17-16 now. Could be the Raptors' first lead of set number 1. Spoladoro anxiously awaits the signal. There it is, and she's going to put it back into play down the line. Tough serve, Jones. They're going to go right side. The lefty rolls it over. Crimmins pops it up. Spoladoro to Carlson. She sends it over. Again, the lefty, big time swing. Carlson with the block. Marshall coming back. Wins the joust at the net. 17-17 your score. It's Brooke Andres, the left-handed right side attacker for Marshall. And to our left, Eden Prairie knocks off Lakeville North and set number 1, 25-21. Back here, this is Ashley Steinbach, sends it over. Spoladoro sets McDougal in the back row. Strong attack, covered nicely. Jones is going to come left side, blocked by Opland. Spoladoro in the middle to Mattis, through the block, to the floor. Addie Mattis with the kill. 18-17 now. The Raptors leading. Set number 1. Maria Chapman back to serve. Lower left of your screen, she'll come into the view now. Sends it over deep and long. 18-18 now the score. We're racing to 7 here on court number 2. Lakeville North High School. Leah Jones is going to serve. Chapman is there. Spoladoro goes to get it. Mattis goes up with the left hand. Can't get it over. Point. Marshall, 19-18 now. Marshall in the lead. Leah Jones back to serve once again. Sends it over. Chapman is there. Spoladoro stays on her feet and sends it over. Smart play. Tip shot, Opland off the block. Spoladoro is going to set McDougal. Tip, covered. Going to go back outside. This time it's a swing. Crimmins there, but we got a net violation called against the Raptors. 18-20 now. Marshall gets to 21st. Leah Jones continuing at the line. She sends it over. Chapman is there. Spoladoro brings it back. Can't do so. Point. Marshall, and it's 21-18 now. Timeout, Steve Anderson. The Raptors will talk it over as they're now trailing 3 here in set number 1. It's all quiet in the gym here. We're between sets to our left. Again, Eden Prairie takes the first set off of Lakeville North in this championship bracket. 4 teams involved: Lakeville North, Eden Prairie, Marshall, and your Eastridge Raptors. Marshall breaks the huddle first. The Raptors shortly to follow. Taking their positions on the court. R2's letting Coach Steve Anderson know that he is out of timeouts for set number 1. Leah Jones waits for the ball. And there it is. The 6'2 outside junior is going to put it into play. Chapman is there. Spoladoro chases it down. Mattis sends it over. They're going to come strong side. Big swing off the Mattis block. That's Tessa Gano with the kill for Marshall. 22-18 now. Marshall looking to close out set number 1. Leah Jones on a bit of a run here. Taking the ball at 18-18. She's gotten it to 22-18. Spoladoro is going to look Mattis in the middle. Dug up nicely. Mattis with the overpass. Sent back. Mattis again. Joust at the net. Again. Marshall comes back. Randy Wendorf wins the joust at the net. Strong play at the net out of Marshall. And they lead now 23-18. Leah Jones continues at the service line. Crimmins this time. Spoladoro chases it down. Looks to McDougal. Big swing. Dug up nicely. Back row attack coming. Leah Jones. Chapman is there. Spoladoro off the rafters. Oplin sends it over. Slide through the hands of Spoladoro. Set 1 point now for Marshall. 24-18 they lead. Set number 1. Lots of excitement on the Marshall side. Pretty quiet on the Raptor side. Jones. Chapman. Spoladoro chases it down. Goes to Oplin. Free ball over down the line. Someone was in the net. Not called. The slide. And again, that's Wendorf off the block. And that'll do it for set number 1. Your Raptors drop set number 1 as Marshall rolls 7 straight points to win 25-18. We'll take a break and be back in a few minutes. All right, back Lakeville North, set number 2 underway. Spoladoro is going to look to Carlson. Double contact called on the set. Interesting, not sure I saw that, but that's how it was called. And Marshall starts off the way they finished set number 1 in the lead. McDougal, Spoladoro, straight up, Cam Greenwald, big swing off the net cord, dug up nicely. Free ball coming back. McDougal was there. Spoladoro is going to go outside. Brick Carlson through the block to the floor. Nice shot, Brick Carlson. And I believe the score is 1-1. Early set number 2. Greenwald getting individual coaching from Coach Steve Anderson. She'll prepare to serve. Needing this set to stay alive. Greenwald pushes it deep. Jones tips it over. Carlson to Spoladoro, back to Carlson. Dug up nicely. This is Leah Jones going to free ball it over. Greenwald is there. Spoladoro is going to run the slide to Mattis off the block. Diving attempt, sends it into the rafters off the wall. Jones pulls it out of the bleachers. Nice play. McDougal goes back to Spoladoro. Back row to Cam Greenwald for the score. Nice back row attack, Cam Greenwald. 2-1 now. Raptors on top here, set number 2. Cam Greenwald's going to serve. Popped up. Then we're going to go right side. The lefty roll shot over. Spoladoro to Carlson looking for the far sideline, just a bit wide. 2-2 your score. Lots of noise in the gym to our left. 7-7. Eden Prairie and Lakeville North tied in set number 2. Eden Prairie takes their first set. Tau, Spoladoro goes with the tip. Dug up. Jones outside, no one home. Nice play, Giselle Tau. Spoladoro chases it down. Carlson deep corner. Brought back by Marshall. Block in the middle by Mattis. Jones is going to come. Tip on the outside. Carlson there. Spoladoro goes to McDougal in the back row. For the back row attack. Kill. Nice play, Michaela McDougal. Good defense and scrambling out of your Raptors to keep that one alive. Showing a little more energy here in set number 2 are the Raptors. Tau out. Opland in. Spoladoro will serve. Floats it to the deep corner. Popped up. Jones coming from the strong side. Blocked there by Mattis. 4-2 now. Eastridge on top. Spoladoro will continue the serve. Spoladoro at 4-2. Puts it into play. Popped up. Over on 2. Spoladoro diving. Gets it over, but can't keep it in play. Point Marshall. Mesa Gillingham setter coming over on 2 there. Both teams running a 5-1 here this afternoon. Leah Jones finished with 7 straight points, set 1. McDougal is there. Spoladoro is going to go outside to Carlson off the block. Scramble, scramble, scramble. 4 contacts called. Point Marshall, and it's 4-4. Jones again at the service line for Marshall. Crimmins. McDougal gets it over. Mattis with the free ball. Coming strong side. Mattis is there. Big swing out of Tessel Gannell. But Addie Mattis with the stuff block. Point to the Raptors. 5-4. Maria Chapman in. Brick Carlson will take a break. Chapman serving with the lead. Gets the sign from Coach Steve Anderson and puts it into play. Popped up nicely. Wendorf tips. Crimmins is there. Diving sends it over. Lots of sprawling bodies on both sides of the court. Crimmins is going to go right side to Berger. Pops it over. Back row attack coming from Jones. Spoladoro digs. Crimmins to McDougal. McDougal spins it down the line. Popped up nicely. Middle attack. Wendorf pops it over. Spoladoro looks in the middle for Mattis. Off the net cord, stays on our side. Point to Marshall. We're tied at 5 in set number 1. Christensen with the serve. Spoladoro is going to look outside to McDougal. Big time swing. cross-court winner for Michaela McDougall. Point Raptors, 6-5 now your score. Crimmins trots back to serve. Takes the ball from Coach Steve Anderson. Benches behind the court, unconventional. Crimmins sends it down the line. Jones is there. It's tight. Joust at the net. Won by Mesa Gillingham. Good strong arms at the net. Brings the ball over. 6-6 the score. Gillingham's going to serve. McDougall is there. Spoladoro is going to run Greenwald in the middle. Big time swing. Blocked nicely. Spoladoro goes backside to Berger down the line. Dug up. Crimmins to Spoladoro. She goes outside this time. McDougall, cut shot. Cross-court winner, Michaela McDougall, twice in a row now. She's gone into the 4-5 seam for winners. Giselle Tao hustles in. Hadley Berger will take a break. Tao is going to get the ball from Britt Carlson, who goes into the hallway to retrieve it. Tao's going to serve, leading 7-6. Going for the deep corner. It's wide. 7-7 now your score. Set number 2. Marshall leading 1-0. Cassie Hoover serving for Marshall. Puts it into play. Tao is there. It's an overpass. Spoladoro with a nice block. Jones is going to come and tip. No one home on the tip. 8-7 your score now. Marshall on top of your Raptors. Cassie Hoover continues at the service line. Tao, Spoladoro looks for McDougall. Cross-court winner again. McDougall going cross-court from the left side, going cross-court from the right side. It's working. Michaela McDougall, 3 for 3 in her last kills. 8-8 the score here, set number 2. McDougall from the lower right of the screen sends it over. Hoover pops it up. Jones with the big swing off the deflection to the floor. Point Marshall. Leah Jones leading the way for Marshall. Leah Jones listed as a 6'2" outside. She's a junior. She'll be back for another year. And this is number 13, unfortunately not on my roster. She's going to put it into play. McDougall is there. Spoladoro goes to Cam Greenwald. Swing off the deflection, dug up nicely by Gillingham. Cam Greenwald takes that back row attack and puts it straight down. Points Raptors. Greenwald earns her way back to the service stripe. 9-9 your score here. 13-14 the score next door. Lakeville North in Eden Prairie. That ball was headed out. Catches the basketball hoop, brings it back into play. Mattis with the middle attack covered. Jones is going to send it down the line. Greenwald with the overpass. Jones is there. Gillingham's going to go back to the right side. Good scramble by the Raptors. We're still in play. Right side attack again. This tip. Stuff block. Britt Carlson. Great hustle by your Raptors. Marshall thought the point was over. Indeed it was not. And the Raptors score, making it 10-9. See if that generates some momentum. Greenwald down the line. Popped up, strong side attack. Jones off the block. Tao goes down to get it. Greenwald to Carlson. Roll shot over. Jones is there. Tip over in the middle. McDougall's there. Spoladoro goes back over. Nice diving attempt by Christensen to keep that one alive. And we're playing volleyball here, folks. Strong side attack. Britt Carlson down. Christensen is there. Strong side attack. Jones off the block. Tao dives to get it. Carlson goes deep corner. Ruled out. No contact. We've got a lines judge conference that's going to happen. I think we got a line judge on this side saying it was in on the sideline. The line judge in the back says it's out deep. Point to Marshall. Mattis making his case, but he's overruled. No contact called, so we're going to wait for a score correction, I believe. I can't see the official scoreboard, but we're looking at 10-10 now. Ashley Steinbach sends it in play. Crimmins is going to look to Britt Carlson. She swings it over. It's popped up into the stands. The rafters, bounces around, comes down on the Marshall side. Point. Raptors 11-10 they lead. Opland in. Tau out. Spolitoro back to serve. High intensity on court number 2, Lakeville North High School. Spolitoro puts it in play. Popped up nicely. We're going to go strong side. Jones, big swing. Crimmins dives. Can't get it up, and it's 11-11. The Dave Koenig point. And Leah Jones back at the line. Serving success so far. McDougal is there this time. Spolitoro goes outside. Britt Carlson goes for the tip. Gets stuck in her hand. Stays on our side of the court. 12-11, Marshall takes the lead. Leah Jones serving for Marshall. McDougal, Spolitoro, slide to Opland. Good cut shot, diving dig is there. Roll shot there by Gannett. Finds the court. Campfire wide open for your Raptors. Marshall takes a 2-point advantage here in set number 2 with set number 1 under their belts. Jones continues at the service line. Carlson, Spolitoro, Mattis, the timing is there, but so is the defense. Back row attack, Jones. McDougal is there. Spolitoro looking for Carlson. Big swing, a touch long, 14-11. Timeout, Steve Anderson. Raptors down 3. Coincidental timeouts on courts 1 and 2 as Eden Prairie has opened up a 4-point advantage over Lakeville North, 20-16. Both teams leading in set 2, set 1. Eden Prairie knocking off Lakeville North. Both very similar jerseys, black with red numbers trimmed in white. I think the only difference is Lakeville North is straight across the backs of their jerseys, and Eden Prairie is a bit looped around the numbers on their jerseys. Back to court 2. It's Marshall 14, Eastridge 11. Leah Jones responsible for the last 7 points of set number 1. She is in, I think, her 3rd or 4th point here in set number 2 in a row. Jones tosses, puts it into play. McDougal is there. Spolitoro is going to go back to McDougal. Back row attack. Jones is there. Strong side attack coming. Gannett. Net violation. Raptors gives the point to Marshall. 15-11 now. 4-point cushion for Marshall. In set number 2, Jones continues at the line. McDougal, Spolitoro outside. Carlson to the floor cleanly. Britt Carlson, nice shot. 12-15. Double substitution coming here. Maria Chapman will come in to serve, giving Britt Carlson a break. Hadley Berger will come in to play right side, giving Kelby Opland a break. Chapman down 12-15, puts in play down the line. Jones is there. Strong side attack coming. Gannett off the block of Berger. Over on 2. McDougal back to Berger. And Tessa Gannett is there for Marshall. 12-16 the score. Libero, Caitlin Christensen will put it into play. Chapman is there. Spolitoro goes in the middle to Mattis. Dug up nicely. Strong side attack coming. Tipped over and in. Chapman slides into the bleachers. Hopefully she's okay. 17-12. Marshall taking control of set number 2. Timeout, Steve Anderson. That's it for timeouts here in set number 2. Needs to do something to change the momentum as Marshall is fired up on the far side of the court. To our left, it's now Lakeville North 19, Eden Prairie 22. Lakeville North inching back into this one. High intense volleyball, both courts here. The main gym for Lakeville North. North and Eden Prairie playing on the main court. We are on the side court. You see the bleachers pulled up to your right. Winner for Lakeville North. That's now 20-22. As Marshall breaks the huddle back here on court number 2. The Raptors still talking about how they claw back into this one, trailing 5. Set number 2 backs against the wall because set number 1 went the way of Marshall. Caitlin Christensen, the libero, ready to put it in play, and there just have not been many mistakes out of this Marshall club in this match. Chapman is there. Spoladoro is going to go outside. McDougal, cross-court winner once again. Having a lot of success going cross-court, both from the left and right side. Point Raptors, 13-17 now. Eleanor Crimmins will be serving from the lower right of your screen, and there she is, pops it in. Dug up by Jones, over on 2, stuff block is there. Big attack, Crimmins is there. Greenwald looks for McDougal. She looked to have slipped, pops it over. And again, tip shot, Spoladoro right there. Crimmins is going to go back to Berger on the right side, looking for the campfire, covered. Again, big time swing. It's in, catches the line. Point, Marshall, 18-13 now, they lead. Ball rattling around behind the bench. Raptors looking for an answer. Have yet to find one yet. Mesa Gillingham, the senior setter. Strong presence on the court for Marshall. Puts the ball in play. Chapman is there. Spoladoro goes into the middle. Greenwald tips it over. No one home. Points, Raptors, 14-18 now. Giselle Tao hustles to the line. She's going to sub in and serve for your Raptors. Hadley Berger will take a break. Tao looking to serve. There she is. Deep corner. Jones is there. Middle attack coming. The lefty tips it over. Crimmins is there. Spoladoro goes outside to McDougal off the block. Players diving to cover, but they can't come up with it. 14-19, and trading points at this juncture is not going to do it for your Raptors. They need to make a run here. Cassie Hoover hustles to the service line for Marshall. Full of energy over there on the dark side jerseys. Spoladoro is going to go into Greenwald, tipped over, covered nicely. Jones from the left side, tip. Oh boy, wow, there was a chicken wing from Michaela McDougal for the kill. Not your conventional points. Tip off the block. McDougal takes a swing at it, somehow keeps it in control, pops it over the net for the point. Maybe that's some of the luck we need to turn this thing around. McDougal serving 15-19. Short serve, good serve, popped up. Lefty sends it over. Tao's there. Spoladoro in the middle. Greenwald goes up high to tip it. Scrambling on the Marshall side, they scramble. Crimmins is there. Spoladoro is going to run the slide to Greenwald. Through the block to the floor. Cam Greenwald says, let's go. 16-19 now. McDougal serving. I think our first back-to-back points in a long time. McDougal looking for another. Good serve, floating deep. Middle attack, tipped over. McDougal is there. Tao sends it over to Carlson. She's going to free ball it over. Jones. Middle attack is out. Point to the Raptors. 17-19 now. The Raptors making a little bit of a charge. McDougal varying up her serve nicely. Puts in play, drops it short. Gillingham's going to look outside to Jones. Big swing. It's long. 18-19 now your score. Timeout Marshall. Raptors climbing back in this one. On the court to our left. It's a straight set victory for your Eden Prairie Eagles. 25-23 in set number 2. The winner of this match will face Eden Prairie for the Lakeville North Tournament Championship. The loser of this match will face Lakeville North in the third place game. Both of those are scheduled for a 3:15 start. Clearly this one started early. We'll see if we stay ahead of schedule. It looks like on the court to our left, we've got Prior Lake and Northfield. That'll be a fun match to watch. But we'll come back here. McDougal looking to tie this thing up at 19. Serve now, short dropped in. Gillingham, it's going to go to the right side. Crimmins is there. Greenwald's going to go over on 2. Oh my gosh, popped over by Caitlin Christensen in a lunging attempt. I'm not sure if she intentionally tried to take it on 1, but she had a nice shot down the line for the point. And Marshall wins the race to 20 here in set number 2. Serving 20-18. Ball is put in play. McDougal is there. Spoladoro waits for it. Goes over to Carlson. Isolation block there. Brooke Andres stuff block for the point. 18-21 the score. Steve Anderson out of timeouts. Excitement on that one as Marshall can smell victory. Tao is there. Spoladoro is going to go to Greenwald. She reaches. The set was tight to the net. Greenwald went to get there, couldn't quite do it. 22-18 now your score. Raptors down 4 in set number 2. Short serve, Tao is there. Spoladoro is going to look for Greenwald. Big swing off the block, falling, but dug up. That should have been a double, called a double. Point Raptors 19-22 now. Cam Greenwald back to serve. Eleanor Crimmins takes a break. Addie Mattis reports in the middle. And it's Greenwald serving for your Raptors down the line. Jones is there. Gillingham's going to go back to Jones. Right at Tao. She got it up somehow, some way. Cam Greenwald goes deep corner for the winner. We'll check on Giselle Tao. Not sure if that hit her shoulder, her chin, or if she got hands up, but regardless, it was a great play for the point. Trying to figure out which ball is ours. There it is. 20-22, Greenwald serving. Raptors down 1-0. Need this one to keep the match alive. Greenwald goes down the line. Jones is there. Gillingham's going to go back to Jones again. Tip this time. Carlson on her belly. Spoladoro sends it over. Sounds like a, oh my gosh, we call under the net Addie Mattis. Wow. 20-23 now. And this is Ashley Steinbach serving. Tao is there. McDougal's going to help. Carlson looping it over. Nice dig. Jones sends it over. Crimmins is there. Spoladoro is going to go back to Carlson. Shot dug up, tight to the net, over on 2. Tao is there. Spoladoro back to Carlson. She's going to tip it off the block. Sent up. Gillingham hustles to Jones. Roll shot over. McDougal makes a lunge. Can't get it in the air. I think some defensive miscommunication there on the Raptors, and it's backs against the wall. Set and match point coming at you from Ashley Steinbach for Marshall right now. Tao is there. Spoladoro is going to run a slide to Mattis. Tip over, covered. Here comes Jones. Off the Mattis block, sent back over. Britt Carlson wins the joust at the net, wins another joust at the net. Jones is going to come from the strong side. Addie Mattis is there again. McDougal, Spoladoro outside. Carlson, nice dig. Jones is going to come back from their left side. Crimmins is there. Spoladoro looks to Carlson again. Tip shot down. Kind of a push tip. That was not the conventional tip. Carlson sees the open floor and sends the ball to it. 21-24 now. Spoladoro needing 3 to extend this match. See if she can start with this one. Good serve, good pass. Coming strong side. Jones tipped over. McDougal's there. Spoladoro is going to run to Opland. Finds the floor. Got a lucky break there. A ball came rolling onto the floor. The R1 ruled it wasn't in play and let the play go. It's 22-24. Raptors clawing back in set number 2. Spoladoro, good serve, good pass. Jones, roll shot, Carlson, deflection. That's not coming back. Point, Marshall set, Marshall match, Marshall. And that'll do it for this semifinal. You'll see Marshall and Eden Prairie in the finals. Lakeville North and Eastridge in the third place contest. Approximately 3:15, although I would say we're running slightly ahead of schedule. So check back in hour and a half or so, and we'll say farewell from Lakeville North High School. Oh, wow. That was a tough one. Yeah. That Marshall team, they didn't